Welcome to this stream. Uh, you may or may not notice that things are running a little bit different than usual. Uh, and that's because I have suffered an absolute catastrophe of unspecifiable proportions. And I mean that with all seriousness. I'm not saying that just to be saying that. Like, this is actually bad. To give you an idea of how bad, I'm just going to put up a screen capture real quick. This is not Windows. Nothing about this is Windows. In fact, hold on. If I go over here, get calculator up, like, this is not Windows at all. Basically, Windows had a stroke. And because of that, I got stranded here. Everything is working as far as I know. The problem is I have to remake everything in OBS that is... Alright, well... So yeah, absolutely catastrophic proportions of, like, that messing up. So yeah, I don't know what to do. And considering people don't usually get here till like a whole 30 minutes after I start, we're gonna be waiting for a bit. I don't know. Play Tetris? Sure, I guess. Just give me a second. But, yeah, this just gets worse and worse because, yeah, I kind of don't have Tetris effects, so we're gonna have to settle for this browser version, which I don't have a problem with. It's just annoying that I have to constantly rebind this stuff. And also, there's no, like, special thing or whatever. Okay, hold up. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's here. Well, yeah, that's, that is a thing that I have to deal with. I can't play Tetris Effect, really, because I don't have Steam installed here yet. So I'm just stuck playing, browser Tetris. As I said, I have no problem with it, it's just that after a while, it gets annoying to play. You want music? You want the music? Alright, hold on. I got you. Feeling a lot faster ever since like I had to swap over to this, but this is not exactly my cup of tea. At least not yet. That's up to you. If I still have no idea what I'm gonna stream, I might literally stream me coding. Buckshot. Give me a second. Buckshot roulette. Yeah, so the deal with buckshot roulette is that you're playing against like some guy or something. I don't know who he is. He calls himself a dealer, right? Basically, don't lose all of your, I don't even know what they would want to call it. Just don't. Sorry. Alright, see ya. here's the part where I die because I can't control the pieces as well. As I know, I'm trying to think about this. Because surely there's a way for me to, like, do this. I don't know. PK. Yeah, I'm currently debating what to do right now. Uh, right, I'm gonna try this. See how far I can get here. But since everything that's happened, would I say buckshot roulette's worth the... Okay, so here's the thing. I was gifted that. One of my friends noticed buckshot roulette, and they considered giving it to me. I said, "Nah, don't give it to me." Despite that, they gave it to me, and because of that, that's basically the only reason why I have that. As I don't know. Uh, as far as I know, the buckshot roulette is worth like $2. Anyways, can you see this? Can you see this? You can see this? Okay. What I'm about to show you is the software behind TextCake, or rather, all the scripts and stuff behind it, right? Feast your eyes on this hideous abomination of a directory. This hideous abomination of a directory. It's so bad. Anyways. A lot of this is because I really haven't bothered to compress everything into one file so that it looks nice. And I'm having trouble editing the code for it because, can you read anything here? Like, just tell me, can you read anything at all in this? Like, I just want to know. No, not really. I think it might be because it doesn't have something that it needs to, like, show everything, but if I hit go, it does in fact work. All the stuff you're about to see in here is going to be outdated because I never updated the pages and stuff, but this is how TextCake is. I no, I don't know. Might be a case of me being dumb. I don't quite know, but I don't know. I'm gonna go in Firefox and I'm trying to figure this out. All right, I've come up with the stupidest solution. So here's City Light. It is able to run TC, as you can see. However, I'm also able to edit it, right? I'm able to edit this in here. So you can see all the sheer ridiculousness of this entire thing in this. Yeah, welcome to Ottawa. Nothing makes sense here. You can tell by some of these comments. Along with this whole entire... This is so dumb. Anyways, yeah, so... I might as well go ahead, what's that part? What, this? Is that the part? Oh, that? So do you see all the green and gray in this text cake window? The top half is page 1 graph, bottom half is page 2 graph, top gray bar is page 1 head, and bottom bar is page 2 heads. one of the workarounds I had to do for this is that the head and graph actually swap like each time it scrolls up. So if I force a scroll here, or well, it just scrolled by itself. But yeah, so you can see. So that's page 2 on top, head 2, and on bottom is page 1. That's now scrolling. And it constantly swaps back and forth like this. Uh, the function that draws each letter in this is right here. This just makes sure nothing that doesn't draw. Basically, if it looks like a space bar, it's not being drawn. And then here's where I do a bunch of all the drawing stuff. So like, if the text is half width, like if I open the console here, I typed art somehow, but that's half width. This top part handles it, I think. No, it's the bottom part. This bottom part handles it, and then for everything else, the top part handles it. It's a complicated system. But basically all you need to know, there's 2 copies of the same thing, just for if I have it like half size. And this gets more nightmarish because this is the function that takes all of the stuff in pages.txt, which, by the way, here's what that looks like. This is what's shown in here. This part in particular is this page. This is where it gets deconstructed. So you go for here, and you can see all of the parts. So, like, I made this character the special modes because, yeah, that's how the header gets drawn. That's how it gets drawn big or wide. Center, question, dash. What? Where? Oh, this? If you type these 2 characters in, TextCake will expect the next 6 characters to be a hexadecimal color. If it isn't, then it's gonna draw really weird colors and trim off text. So FFFFFF is the color code for pure whites, which is what's being drawn a lot of this time. But yeah, you can just see the amount of ridiculous work. Would there be any way to shift between colors for this system? Kind of, but I have to rewrite like half the function so that it works in the middle of the line. Wait, while TC is running. Uh, if you mean changing the colors of like the header and stuff, so it just loaded stream info so I can modify this. I'll make this I just type like a bunch of random numbers there, and if we look in here, that is the oh wait, it's that. I accidentally modified the wrong thing. Okay, I'll change this instead. Head save that. Scroll. I didn't type the commands. But yeah, as you can see, this changes to like a pomegranate looking color. And in fact, you can literally change the page like completely while this runs. So you can completely replace this stream info and have 2 messages of the streams. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, for the chat manager, I don't have it dragged in here yet, but it basically recycles code and then adds new stuff on it. And that's how text cake works. However, there's a specific thing. So I'm gonna uncomment a bunch of stuff related to like backdrop. So here's another part. Originally I had an idea to like make a window that's dedicated to being the backdrop behind this. I have a few example scenes here, but the basic idea is that I would overlay the text cake over this backdrops, and then I'd be able to like construct stuff, right? This is basically vector graphics, and it's pretty primitive considering everything, but it works, right? My only problem with it at the moment is that there's no easy way for me to make backdrops. And if you look in here, if you look in here, these random lines actually constructs the background that's gonna pop up here. So this whole entire winter thing is made with just these lines of code. I don't have an editor to make backdrops easily, but that's kind of the charm of homemaking stuff yourself. You get to learn how to do things. In which case, I learned I need an editor for this, but I'm too lazy to make one. And yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna blank the screen again so that I could drag stuff over a little bit more. Here we go. So what you just saw is the code of the start manager. It manages the start of the stream and everything. If you're wondering about the chat though, it's actually split up into two parts. Is it possible to use actual images? Yeah, it is possible. It's just that I like the challenge, okay? Like, I could easily do stuff, but then it wouldn't look really authentic to, like, the whole somebody got plucked out of a garage thing. Anyways, the thing that handles the chat is actually split up into two messages. We could delete that. So, of course we have the, oh god, please stop. So we have the thing responsible for this. However, this uses Node.js alongside that. And if you look in here, like, there's some more stuff. Now, the problem is, if I ran it right now, it would completely break down because Nodes is not installed. And same thing for crowds control here. I was gonna do a crowds control thing, but I got shied out. And if we look in here, if we... Hello? Okay, whatever. So basically, the idea behind crowds control is that the audience can vote for stuff to happen. So, like, for example, it could force me to jump, it could force me to move left or right, it could force me to do a lot of things. Uh, However, I'm limited to what's on the keyboards and what's on the mouse. So, for things, I could literally just be able to do stuff, but in other things, I couldn't. But yeah, a lot of the code is pretty much the same, but there's so many differences in here that it's easier to list what isn't different. And if we take a look at Tetris.ao3, yeah, sort of, but it's like democratic. So here's how it's laid out. Uh, this is a function, crowds mgfx. This gets called by the crowd script every frame it has when the effect is not set to like -1. -1 is basically no effects, and then anything above that, it lands in it here. So local crowd opt 4. This is an array. First element is 20 gravity, second is hard drop, third is hold, and fourth is 3 hard drops at once. This is all these all have some other names as well, you can see. But yeah, so this would be effect 0, this would be effect 1, effect 2, and effect 3. And the script would pull one of these at random to put for A, B, C. And the script manages like everything, and it also has an anti-lag. So first it goes A, B, C, then D, E, F. So let's say A is stupid, B is smart, and C is bird. Everyone's voting for C, right? So then next iteration, D smart, E bruh, and F lazy. And everyone is still spamming C. So they don't start voting for lazy because lazy is F, not C. But other than that, it's pretty basic. Nothing worth talking about. And then chat manager, well, you already know what this does. But I haven't shown you a lot of this. So this is the font of TextCake. I'll zoom in. This is how TextCake draws its stuff. Right? But there was other stuff planned, right? I have another font, which is a more robotic variant of the normal font. So, no curves at all, it's just this. And then this one is literally just... It makes it look like it's on, like, a Commodore or something, I don't know. I never really used these fonts, but font 1 and font 2, my idea was that each of these backdrops would be like different sets, and they would all be synced to music. The only problem is that I'm too lazy to make music at the moment, so there's nothing I can sync them to. But the fonts would have changed as the songs progress and the backgrounds change. I did, however, use the font system for the chat manager. If we look in font 10, it's mostly the same, except A and B are replaced by a heart and a person. The heart came about because I didn't know how to draw a camera symbol without TC breaking, so I drew a heart as myself, and then everybody else currently has B. I plan to replace C with like an Among Us thing so that I can show people who are part of the Jarvis squad. And then Crowds Control only has one font. So yeah, that's that so far. So here's the pages, and here's the heads. So let's say I'm going to stream on Saturday 10th. I would go in and change this. Feb 10, 2024. You probably can't see this, so I'm going to zoom in. And then, new Saturday. And then, yeah. So that's all I do for heads. Pages, I go different with it. I never change this first page for obvious reasons. This second page changes a lot. So like for example, let me write here. Amorgus backup. That da 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 da. And then for the stream summary, this depends, but if I remember correctly, the actually I don't remember last stream. Do you remember what happened last stream? Yeah, last Saturday. Saturdays are called crowd streams for obvious reasons. Nothing notable. Oh wait, never mind. I remember. Hold on. Okay, no. So Wednesday streams are Wednesday streams, but Saturday streams are crowd streams. The reason why Saturdays are crowd streams is because you guys practically decide what I play. So yeah. And then here's the experiments. Yeah. I'm gonna completely change out this page then this. Okay. So with all that, uh, I can then run this. And so if we give it a second, it should show. So, yeah, so February 10th, 2024, new Saturday. And once the pages start scrolling, we should see the new pages. Chat rules are unchanged because they're basically perfection at the second. But we go down and there's going to be changes, so watch this. Stream info now has nothing listed except the backup Among Us. Crowd stream every Saturday as usual and all that. And then we get to last crowd stream summary. And we have everything here. And then here's the notice. And all of that comes together to do this. So yeah, you can see just how exactly I made everything come together. Even though everything was stacked against me. And technically a lot of stuff is stacked against me because AutoIt only runs on Windows. I know it may seem weird considering that this is AutoIt and I'm on Linux, but hear me out. Linux has the ability to run a few Windows programs thanks to a project called Wine. The fact this works at all is extremely lucky. The only problem is that flickers are really noticeable and things just look weird when it's drawing. I'm going to take a guess and say that the chat won't have this problem since it doesn't draw everything all at once. But this certainly has it because it does try to do that. So yeah, welcome to my worlds. Windows 10 decided to have a stroke and now here I am with the most unorthodox way to keep the show going despite all that. Yeah, I like it a lot because it adds the aesthetic of me being a garage streamer, but here's the problem. Some people are a bit sensitive to seizures. Now, I don't want to be the reason anybody gets a seizure, especially because of a stupid thing. So, back when I had the Windows actually running well, what I did was I copied the thing that made the text cake UI, and then I made it delayed by a frame, and I made it a bit darker. So if you looked really closely, you could still see when it flickered, but it didn't cause any seizures or anything. And plus, it added a nice little trailing effect. But yeah, that's all this. Uh, Once I get everything cleaned up, I'll be able to actually show my desktop because I don't know if you noticed, but here it is, Windows Disk. Uh, if I click on it now, there's just going to be a complete mess, and I'd rather not have people see that. Mainly because that mess is caused by how a lot of Windows programs install. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this stream because I don't have anything else to do, and I can only discuss code for so long before it becomes boring. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I might have this all cleaned up by around next week, Tuesday. But as it is, there's still way too much I need to figure out. So yeah, jolly good stay. But I'm in a struggle. Uh as yeah, catch you Saturday when I hopefully have enough stuff figured out. You know, here's the thing. A lot of it was caused by like just stupidity from a lot of people in general. My stupidity because I installed a patch a while ago and didn't uninstall it. Another person's stupidity because it was their project that caused the whole mess and I couldn't get it to stop. Just, there's so many people at fault here that it's practically easy to just say that Windows had a stroke. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. Hopefully things are better. See you later.